Okay, so quick out of the theater review for the film Small Things Like These. So, I haven't seen much marketing for this film. I first heard about it like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And since then, I've been really excited for it. But it's probably a film that maybe some of you haven't heard about at all, just because of how little marketing there has been. And it's really weird, because what got me so excited for it was it is starring Cillian Murphy. So, like, I was just really interested in seeing, like, what his next role would be after his first big starring role being in Oppenheimer last year. And I really like that he was able to take a step back and play like a role that isn't going to get him the notice that role got him last year. Or at least I don't think so. Like, I obviously could be wrong, but to me this is a film that is not going to get much, if any, awards notice. And it's not because it's a bad film or because the role is bad. I think both the film and the role he plays are amazing, but the thing is it's not like the big bombastic film like something like Oppenheimer last year where it will get that sort of notice, and it's not a film that's as strong a statement piece as something like Zone of Interest where it got noticed for that. So it's sort of caught in the middle where this just isn't the kind of film that does anything that's gonna allow it to stand out in that way. So like it's sort of something that people that are really, really into movies might take notice of. But if you haven't noticed, like the Oscars and like other award ceremonies just aren't for that really. So again, I really like this is a more subdued film. I love his role in this. If there were two things that I think hurt this film a little bit is I feel like this almost could be a little bit more of a grand statement piece if it had just been a longer film. I feel like it could have been a little bit more interesting and been a little bit more complex if it was given like 2.5, maybe even 3 hours. Like this was a concept that I liked enough that I would have sat with it for 3 hours. But it runs in at just a little over an hour and a half, so it feels a little short, a little underdeveloped. And it's Cillian Murphy's role that really takes on that weight. Like, if his role wasn't so good, I feel like this film would definitely feel a little lacking in the end. So there's that. I had another thought as far as something that could have been better about the film, but I'm kind of blanking on what it was off the top of my head right this moment. Yeah, one thing for me definitely was the length, because again, this was definitely a film with a concept and with characters where I felt like you could have developed things a little bit further. But again, that being said, I only feel that way because the concept is so good, because the characters are so good. Again, I love Cillian Murphy's role. He plays the kind of male character I think we need in movies now, and I don't really want to get like political about it and say anything a little too weird, but like it really is like the kind of male character that we really need to see in movies. And yeah, like I said, it's a really good movie, probably one you haven't heard about. If me telling you about it is the first time you've heard about it, you should probably look into it and see if it's something you might like, because again, I really like this movie, I really recommend it. So yeah.